I remember when I finished high school, I constantly asked myself, what does everyone actually do in their spare time? This was a thought that would always like race my mind. Like I'd always think about it like, am I doing enough? Am I being productive? Oh, what are my friends doing? How come he's better than me at this? How come he's better looking than me? Well, what does he do? I used to always wonder like what everyone does in their spare time. And I'm sure you're probably wondering like the same thing. Like, what do I do in my day-to-day life? What do I do when I wake up? What do I do first? What's my morning routine? What do I do my 24 hours? And I don't blame you because we're constantly look as humans, we're constantly looking for answers of what everyone does in their spare time, how everyone makes like best use of the time they have. Because in a year, 365 days, quite frankly, yeah, we all have the same amount of time, but some people make more progress than you. And why is that? Well, the year was 2021, my first year out of high school, and this was when I said to myself, okay, right now I have some of the worst social skills. My confidence is at an all-time low. Physically, I look okay with my gains in the gym, but still like not really satisfied. Like there's still other guys who have like a lot better genetics and a lot more muscle than me. That would piss me off. And the thought of what does he do in his spare time always came across my mind, especially after we finished high school, because during high school you don't really care too much. Everyone's kind of the same in high school. Like you go to school here in Australia, you go to school 9 o'clock to like 3:15 p.m. You come home, you might go to gym, you might not. You eat your food, and then if you're a guy, most likely you would just play video games till the fucking AM. That was my old life. That's what my old days like consisted of. So in high school, it's almost like everyone's on the same level as you, so you don't really ask this question as you probably are now. Like in high school, you're not as competitive, you're not as masculine. You're almost like a little feminine, chubby little love handles bitch, bro. Like that's just what high school is. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's some outliers who are genetic freaks who are absolutely like chads and good looking, but that probably wasn't you. So I finished high school, and here in Australia, most people have the decision of going to university, or doing a trade like full time work just straight out of high school. Majority of my friends chose the trade route, just working full time, chasing cash, which I don't blame them. They're making crazy good money. So I feel like, yeah, that was a smart decision. Whereas I thought the smart decision for me was to go to university to study my health science slash nutrition course. Because, oh, I love nutrition. I love health, which, yeah, I do. I like love health. But I signed up for this course. Right now, I'm in my last year of this course, and I can tell you brutally that uni, it's never been my top priority. And whenever I have been studying, whenever I have been completing assignments, it's almost felt like I'm wasting time. I'm not using my time productively. Like, I'd always, don't get me wrong, I still try pass my uni assignments. I'm going to finish the degree at the end of this year. It's just, I don't know. You can say this course has been a waste of money, but this course has just never really fulfilled me. Like, half the stuff we're learning in it, it's like I'm already smarter than everyone else about like nutrition in the class. You have the teacher telling me, "Oh no, Adrian, you're only meant to eat 500 grams of red meat a week." I'm like, "What the fuck?" We all know that red meat and a lot of eggs doesn't give you like high cholesterol, the bad cholesterol. That's what my teacher was trying to say. How, oh no, you can't eat too much meat. It's bad for you. It can give you cancer, high cholesterol. Biggest load of bullshit, man. I eat 8 eggs a day, and I've never felt better. And have some fat uni teacher tell me to do this instead of this when I'm clearly in better shape than her. She clearly doesn't know what the elimination diet is, like what the carnivore diet is. Clearly doesn't know the benefits. She's teaching the class with probably the most fucked brain fog. I don't want this whole video to be a whole roast of my teacher, but I wish I never went to uni because I'd always ask the question, what does everyone do in their spare time? And me being in this uni class, brother, it just made me feel like I was wasting so much time. I could have recorded like three to five videos in this time instead of going to this class. Even this year, like at time, now I just skip so many classes. But in like 2021, 2022, I was going to these classes. Yeah, I may have built some like social relationships, but like other than that, uni was a waste of time for me in my like self-improvement journey. And I know some people love uni, and I guess it's almost like there's two different types of experiences. I feel like you have a better uni experience if you're actually like, if you live on campus, like a student accommodation. That's when you get to have a much more like fulfilling social life. That's when I'm going to say the harsh truth. Yeah, you have a lot more sex. But when you're just staying at your home with your parents, your uni's like 20-minute drive, you just like give it the bare minimum. You don't really care that much about making new friends, because why make new friends, bro, when you have your high school friends? You can just text them 24/7. Why force yourself to go outside your comfort zone? Why try and improve your social skills? That was my old mindset. And still, like, I try and make friends now in uni, and they're just a whole really like unrelatable. Like, we're studying the same course, but most people still don't touch a weight. Still aren't on self-improvement. Most people still don't even know what self-improvement is. Like, congratulations to you. You want to improve yourself. You had the discipline to click on this video and watch like a 20-minute raw unedited video. Most people aren't like you or us. When I went to uni and everyone went to the trades and I wasn't happy with who I was, I always asked the question, what does everyone do in their spare time? Because, okay, now you got the guys who did a trade, they're working full time, they're waking up super, super early, and they brag that they're so productive. They're waking up so early, and they work like 8, 9, maybe 10 hours, like overtime shifts. That was like most of my friends. And then I'm staying up all night because I don't have to be up early, and I'm just playing video games. So I'm waking up late saying I got a lot of spare time, but I wasn't really making good use of that time. So I started to brainstorm. I started to actually think for once and use my brain. Okay, the individuals that have decided to go down the route of doing a trade, they're making more money than me, like right now, yeah, 100%. Like, obviously, you're working like 40 plus hours a week. Obviously, yeah, they're making more money than me. But their energy levels are like diminished at the end of the workday. I started to realize that most people that have chosen this trade route, yeah, there's like some outliers and still work hard and try to escape their current position. But most people that are in this position, in their spare time, it's almost like they didn't really like how they spent the last like 8 to 9 hours. So now, in their spare time, do you really think they're gonna like try find their purpose and try work on their purpose, try get themselves out of their situation? Probably not, because they're nice and cozy. They're making like, I'm gonna be honest, yeah, they're making pretty good fucking money. They're not that dissatisfied. So why would they try and prove themselves? That's the thought process I had. And then I put the spotlight back on me, and I said to myself, okay, right now, I'm extremely dissatisfied with my situation. I work a shit job at Coles, like stacking shelves. I'm studying a course which I'm kind of giving the bare minimum. I'm not making crazy good money. I'm not really happy with how I look. I was like super, super dissatisfied with my situation, with my use of time. And that is actually a good thing. That made me a whole lot more motivated to do whatever it takes every single second of the day to try get myself out of this situation, try become better, try improve in all areas of self-improvement, whether it be physically, mentally, socially, everything. I was dissatisfied with my situation. And most likely you are too right now. The reason why you clicked on this video is because you kind of don't really like your life right now. You hate your speaking skills. You hate how you look in the mirror. You're a bit like, I hate to say the word, but yeah, you're like a little bit insecure. But trust me, that's good. You'd rather be that than the guy who's happy and the guy who's just laying back, eating his fucking Big Mac, making good money from his job and not doing anything else. He doesn't really like fulfill his purpose, and deep down he hates his life as well. It's good that you're dissatisfied. Like, that is good energy. Emotionally, it might make you feel a bit shitty, but you can use that as fuel, because now you start to think, okay, everyone in this planet has at least 2 hours to do what they want to do and work on their purpose. Because most people in their free time, most people actually have like 6 hours. But most people in that time, they're picking their ass, they're playing video games, they're just scrolling. That's actually what majority of people do in their spare time. Brother, when was the last time you checked Snapchat, the fucking Snap Maps feature? Everyone's just constantly stalking each other. Everyone's always active on their phones. Everyone is wasting time. No one can sit down in a chair and do something hard. I said to myself, okay, what if I can start to be productive in these like free hours, like these more valuable hours, which I could get like double the rewards. Instead of playing video games, I'm not going to play video games. I'm gonna go to sleep earlier, so I'm more fresh the next day. I can wake up earlier the next day and do more deep productive work while, yeah, everyone's sleep deprived. Everyone's having negative thoughts. Everyone's got a bad self-image. Are you sleep deprived? Have you prioritized your sleep in the last like year or so? Because I know for me, when I started to focus more on my sleep, that's when I decided to kind of like take action a whole lot more often. And most people are so like uneducated with like how important sleep is, especially like tradies, bro. They're sleep deprived their whole life. We need 8+ hours of sleep, and not 8 hours in bed. I'm talking 8 hours of like sleep. I flipped that habit of playing video games late. I flipped scrolling for reading. Slowly but surely, I started to like flip my use of time to doing more productive stuff. It almost felt like, let's say like my old group of friends or like other people when I used to be here, it almost felt like I started to like increase my worth. I started to like overtake people who I thought were once like ahead of me. And I'm not saying to have this mindset of, oh, I'm better than everyone else. No, no, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not better than anyone. I'm just confident with the progress I've made, and I want you to be able to do the same, because most likely, yeah, right now you don't really like your situation. But once you can feel like you're progressing, once you can start to feel like and become more aware of like you're making better use of your time and everyone else is wasting their time, you're taking one step closer to fulfilling your masculine purpose. Believe it or not, you're going to start to have some of the most happiest moments of your life. Like right now, yeah, I'm not rich, bro. I'm fucking broke still. But the fact that I'm making progress towards my purpose, the fact that I feel like I'm making good use of my time instead of wasting my time, instead of constantly searching for external needs of happiness, instead of searching for external needs of like validation, instead of that, the fact that I'm happy with how I'm using my time, the fact that I feel like I'm being productive, it's the most important thing, man. Right now, I'm kind of grateful that I had a shit job. I'm kind of grateful that, yeah, I chose the uni route because it made me dissatisfied. And that's kind of the whole point of this video. I hope it kind of makes sense, but like, being dissatisfied is a good thing. Right now, if you don't really like your current situation, if you hate your job, if you hate the course you're studying, if you don't know what you're meant to do, that's a good thing, because majority of other people on this planet, man, they just, I don't know if they're unaware, but they just don't really care. Like, they make excuses. They actually, no one likes their job. They hate their job, but they still say, oh, no, it's good money, blah, 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 9 to 5, I'm going to go to work, come home, and do fuck all for the rest of my day. Most people actually like that because they don't have to think. Whereas the option you want to take, the option I'm taking is you actually use your brain. You actually share your lessons. One sec. Being dissatisfied is one of the best feelings you can have. The sooner you can realize everyone just wastes their spare time, everyone around you actually isn't trying to make it out, whatever you want to call it, and you start to flip your use of time from doing bad habits to good habits, to stuff that feels fulfilling too, to stuff that promotes the future version of yourself, that's when you'll feel most happiest. That's when you'll start to feel like, holy shit, last year I looked like a bitch. Last year my mindset was out of whack. Last year, yeah, I was never taking action. That's what I want you to say. I want you to experience progress, because it's one of the best feelings you can experience. Every single year, I look back at my younger self and be like, holy crap, I really said that? I really moved like that. I was really doing that in my spare time. Like, don't get me wrong, in the moment right now, I feel like I'm being productive, but a year from now, I could look at myself right now and be like, oh my God, it was wasting his time. You can probably relate with that. Every year you start to grow, you start to become more aware of how you use your time. And some people, sorry, but yeah, some people don't realize until they're like in their late 40s and they can't pull themselves out of the shitty situation they're in. I don't want that to be you, and I don't want that to be me. So the sooner you can realize how you use your time in a good or bad way, the sooner you can realize if you use your time good or bad, the sooner you're going to be successful. How do you use your time? Are you productive, or are you just coping, scrolling, fapping? How to use your time. For those of you who are new, I'm currently doing one-on-one coaching course. It'll be the first link in the description. Other than that, make sure to click the subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos on your homepage instead of like the shitty clickbait entertainment videos. Click these 2 videos if you want to learn more about how to improve your physique or how you want to improve your confidence. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.